Welcome to the Blooming League of Original Podcasts.
Welcome to the fourth episode of Season 2 of And the EGOT Goes To, a breakdown and predictions podcast for the major US-based award shows. Today we continue our second season with our coverage of the 77th Tony Awards in the 2023-2024 Broadway season. I'm your host, Spencer, and with me is our panel.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I see a lot of theater. I talk about it on TikTok, Instagram, all of the platforms. And I'm really excited about this season, where we have a lot of women telling women's stories. And that's what I care about. And I don't care about boys. That's all.
Hi, I'm Kate. Theater is my life, and I love seeing it, and I cannot wait to talk about the season, which is overwhelming in the best kind of way.
It's nomination day. We all got to watch the nominations live this morning on both CBS and the Tony Awards YouTube channel, and you're now going to listen to us do a quick first reaction to all of these. Gonna start by basically saying, in the CBS part, I felt there were no surprises.
Yeah, I was.
What?
What were you surprised? I mean, the only one I was surprised by was Brody, and not like in a bad way. Just like, and I was like,
Yeah.
Brody and Dorian Harewood over Chip Zien was the first big shock of the night.
I knew that Dorian.
I thought Dorian was getting in also.
Yeah.
I think he had momentum coming in. I wasn't surprised. And the problem is I was like, I think Harmony, like no one remembers Harmony. No, it was just like wild because I think coming into the season, I was like, Eden Espinosa and Chip Zien, like Tony's books. Yeah. Like, don't even bother. Don't even bother coming in. We have Chip, we have Eden. No one else is getting in these categories. I mean, Eden being the first one was the best thing that's ever happened to me. I immediately started crying and I was like, okay, we're good. I'm done. I don't need to see anything else.
See, I didn't even catch the Eden nomination because it turns out they weren't showing the CBS coverage on all of the East Coast, just New York. So I was on an East Coast VPN and they were showing some like weird chip thing, like computer chip. And we're like, where are they? And we figured it out, but I figured it out by the Kelly O'Hara nom. So somebody had to inform me
that it was Eden. Yeah, I was just so happy because it was the very first one. And it was great.
But like Here Lies Love got a bunch of love.
Yeah,
so I was expected.
So happy. Shocked by that score nomination.
But no best musical nomination.
Yeah, design categories were very interesting. Just in general. We have 7 nominees for featured actress in a musical. I mean, things today got
And
crazy.
You know what?
Deserved.
You could have put more. More. There were so many good featured actresses.
Joy Woods tweeting like in support of all the supporting actresses made me cry. Like I was like, it's so cute. I mean, I know it's like I just love her so much. I love her again with her. I'm like, it's a matter for me with Joy Woods of just a matter of when, not if. Like she'll win a Tony one day, and I'm sad because I love her so much in this show. But you know, it's fine.
Gosh, what a stacked year though.
It's insane. I'm shocked we got Keisha and Shoshana. I'm happy.
Me too. Yeah.
Shocked.
There was not a single actress in that category that I would have taken out, and I still would have put like 5 more in.
I know. I mean, no Jen Colella. I was like, if we're doing 2 from Hell's Kitchen, we can't do 2 from Subs.
But then, do you do Jen or do you do Hannah Cruz? You know, so good.
But thrilled for Nikki. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
And 5 of the 7 cast members from Stereophonic getting nominated.
We love to see it.
So Tyler filmed us watching, and I just start like screaming, and I'm like, I was like shrieking like and then we're at a restaurant, or we're in public, and I'm having a breakdown, and everyone around me is like, is Ashley okay? And I'm like,
I just did mine live on YouTube, so you can see me freak out. But the hardest I freaked out for anybody was Whitney White Direction.
I stood up and cheered for Whitney White Direction.
That's the best one right there.
I'm so happy for her.
Stereophonic is the most nominated play of all time.
Well, it helps when you have 5 acting nominations.
And music.
And both, and orchestrations and score.
When you sneak into the musical categories. They should have done a dance number and gotten choreo too.
The one that was the most surprising to me, and not in a bad way, was Sky Lakota Lynch for The Outsiders. That one
Yeah.
was very, very surprising to me, but
Yeah.
I'm very happy for him. And I was really surprised about where is it? Supporting actress, featured Quincy Tyler Bernstein for Doubt. Like I didn't even have.
Oh yeah.
Which again, afterwards, I was like, yeah, she did get a standing ovation when I saw the show. So I don't know why I didn't think about it.
She got a standing ovation for that scene.
Standing ovation for that scene.
Not when I saw it, that's for sure. That's
Uh,
wild.
But I was
Roger
like,
Bart getting a nomination. Back to the Future. Deserved. He's good in it. He's him.
Featured actor in a musical is probably my most disappointing category, just because no Liam, no Conrad, and no Paul Alexander Nolan, who is the biggest
know.
snub of the day.
Which is crazy because they got Water for Elephants got so much love.
Yeah. And he makes the show. He is like
Yeah.
the Eddie Redmayne of freaking Water for Elephants.
Yeah. The Roger Bart of it all makes sense. Just knowing the history of Roger, like people, he is beloved on Broadway. Like people, like he's an industry beloved human.
Yeah.
And so I
he's
think it
very
is
good in this role.
I don't know if I agree with you on that, but I think that he's a great person.
For people who like the musical of Back to the Future, they will say he is very good.
Sure.
None of us like the musical of Back to the Future.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, fine.
I just can't. Yeah.
I also think Roger Bart's fine.
William Jackson Harper.
Love to see
Thrilled.
it.
Vanya.
Love to see it.
So my two shows I haven't seen are Vanya, which I'll see tomorrow, and then The Wiz, which doesn't seem to be a concern.
Don't need to see that at all. I mean, I did see it.
I will
it's
see
fun.
it because I want to. I like the music. B, I want to see it just because I want to say I've seen the whole season. But I'm not shocked, but I am. It's another one where like I think people coming in were so hot in The Wiz, like
Yeah.
when it was announced, and so it's like crazy to me that like this is where we are. Like,
Yeah.
but you know what? I think it gave Gutenberg like allowed Gutenberg to get in, and I don't care.
I'm so happy that Gutenberg
So
got
happy.
a revival nomination. It will not win, but so happy that it got a nomination.
Well, I don't know. I think I can take on Marilee.
I mean, again, Cabaret did not get critically acclaimed, but it still managed to get 7 Tony nominations, so it's fine.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, there were, women direction, very, very exciting.
7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
David Zinn with 3 nominations.
Yeah, good for him.
Dede Aite also got 3 nominations for costumes.
Oh yeah! Oh my god, amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so glad Jaja's got so much love. It's a good day to be MTC. MTC sitting there being like,
It is.
Yeah. I mean, last season too.
yeah.
Cost of
I mean,
living and
This is good news for what is English? No, English is roundabout. We have MTC. Do we know MTC's next season? Have they announced yet? No, they haven't. Have they?
Old
don't think so.
Friends and
Oh.
yeah,
oh,
they announced. I don't remember anything other than Old Friends, but
I forgot Old Friends was theirs. Yeah, which is also going to the Amundsen.
I'm glad we got both the Here Lies Love and the Kit Kat Club nominations. I was worried we wouldn't get both in there. I thought we'd only get one, and I'm glad they both got their due. Water for Elephants surprised me for Scenic, to be 100% honest, but
Yeah,
I'm here for
Yeah,
it. We love him.
the-
We love him. They love a memory play. Year of the memory play, and they are
Like-
all in.
I do think that the scenic design in Water for Elephants is very effective
It
for
is.
the constraints that they have to have in order to do all the circus movement. So
Yeah.
We
yeah.
love to see it.
So Old Friends is in January at the Amundsen.
perfect.
And it's spring 2025
Mm.
year,
You also have Vladimir is their other show.
which is
But that's off Broadway.
Oh. So
They've
they're
only
just doing
announced
2 shows?
Yeah, I think because Old Friends is gonna run for I think because usually they do. I guess they don't.
Yeah,
They're
'cause
not doing a winter. They're not doing a winter show. Or at least they haven't announced it. So wait, how many more? Most importantly, we have what 3 Elphabas?
Yeah.
Shoshana, Eden, and Lindsay. Love to see it. Allison
Yeah,
Luff
that
will
was-
be in attendance because Tommy was nominated for Best Revival.
Yeah, I mean, it was when we're talking about leading actress, both in a play and musical. Play, no surprises there. But
Actually, no, there was a surprise. We got 5 leading actresses, so there was a tie.
oh yeah,
So
Yeah.
there's only 8 eligible.
Yeah. So so someone tied. So Amy Ryan. But you know what? I'm
Amy
happy.
Ryan snuck on in.
And you know what? I'm like for what she did to get into that, for what she did for that show could even go on. Like, I'm glad for her.
Deserved.
Like,
but
100%.
wasn't surprised.
No, I was a surprise. Again, like I was kind of bored by it, but it's not their fault. It's just the person. But everyone in it was good, and they clearly rewarded everybody in the show. So, because they didn't get a best play, right? It was just the actors.
For
Doubt.
yeah,
they didn't get
no revival.
Um,
Patriots
got basically shut out, other than Michael
Yeah,
Stuhlberg.
And Will. No, Will didn't get one. Just Michael Stuhlberg.
Yeah,
kind of shockingly.
I love the design for Patriots. I
Me
was surprised
too.
it got shut out of that, but a lot of really strong scenic designs though, so I get it.
I'm glad Pearly got recognized. I really liked Pearly's set.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
And I'd kind of forgotten about it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have it over the houses, but
yeah,
I'm not mad about it.
A lot of love for Pearly. I mean, I'm glad. I was surprised by Kenny, not shocked by Kenny, but I didn't have him on my list. I'm happy Kenny got a nomination. I feel like it was like a retroactive, like, sorry we left you out last year, bud, but here you go. Pearly's great. I think he said at the home, because while he's going to be doing Tony season, he's also going to be premiering a play on Broadway that's opening in 2 weeks, at Roundabout. And I think he said it's his 18th Broadway show, and he has 2 shows coming this season, because he also has Our Town is coming, also Kenny Leon this season. So yes,
also Tony nominee Jim Parsons.
All 3 of the Mother Play people, all of them got nominated, which is Mother Play did excellent for a show that wasn't written a year ago or didn't have a name
or
2 months ago.
Yeah.
Shocked personally by the Lempicka scenic design.
I'm not. I had it on there.
Yeah, I'm not. I like that.
I love the scenic design.
And I am most shocked by with how many nominees are in that category that The Notebook was left out.
Yes.
Because The Notebook scenic design is beautiful.
It is, but it's I don't know.
It's better than Lempicka's one platform that keeps.
I disagree. I love Lempicka.
and
I think Lempicka is beautiful. I don't know.
Back to the Future getting in there.
No surprise.
Not surprising.
But no Gatsby.
Yeah, that's the biggest. That's the biggest surprise there. Also know Who's Tommy, which like Who's Tommy getting shut out of basically everything was kind of shocking to me, except for Revival.
Yeah, and Lauren Lautaro not getting a nom for
biggest
was incredibly
disappointment.
I know, I'm sad for Hard Rock and Roll.
Yeah, me too. I definitely think she should have gotten in there for choreo.
A little shocked by Here Lies Love choreo.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm shocked by all of the Here Lies.
The thing is, I think Here Lies Love like people have had a lot of love for that show historically, industry wide. Like, I think it's a show that you've heard time and time again over the last 10 years, like people talking about, because I think so many people saw it at the public. And I think it's the show that, like, even though it wasn't successful in terms of like fans, people coming to the show, I think it's a really respected industry show. Right. And I think like the team is really respected.
I'm surprised because it's so respected. It did not get a Best Musical nomination.
Yeah. Well, like, it won't beat Hell's Kitchen, everyone's favorite show of the year. So
it was either Alex Timbers or David Correns who were talking about it when Here Lies Love was announced, that they were like, you know, we kept wanting to do this show, and eventually we got enough clout in the industry to be able to say, I want to do this, and that it was able to happen. You know, it was after Moulin Rouge and Beetlejuice for Alex Timbers, Hamilton and all the other things that David Corns has done, and they were finally able to get it there, and after 10 years, which is really exciting. The design categories were, for me, what was most shocking about today.
I don't know. Maybe I just feel like because I was so up in the air, nothing feels shocking to me. Like I was
Right?
surprised by
Like,
anything.
really, for me, it's featured actor in a musical is the most shocking. But the design categories,
Yeah.
I think the only thing that's shocking is Patriots getting shut out of them. But I don't know. There's no design categories where I'm like, what?
How old is Malia Joy Moon?
Younger than me.
Yeah, we don't know for
Is
sure. I
what
think
we've
she's like
figured
19 or
out.
20.
So that
very-
that's a expansive category. 19 to however old Marianne.
I think like 78 or
wild.
something.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, and we're still waiting for the honorary
Yeah.
awards.
I'm
if they choose
I'm
to
very
give them-
sad that we didn't get our all 5 female directors, especially because the reason we didn't get our all 5 female directors is fucking Michael Gray.
I'm not surprised. Look,
I'm
we got
not
7
surprised.
out of 10. We got 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's still more than 50% of the directors this year nominated were female. The surprising thing though is that Lee Silverman snuck in over Rebecca Frecknell. That is
know.
what's shocking to me.
I said this at our little brunch. I was like, I'm very surprised. And everybody was like, no, I like Stuffs. I was like, no, I love Stuffs. I was like, I love Stuffs. I'm just surprised that was that's what
I love
Yeah.
Suffs despite its direction.
Yeah. But I also think Lee Silverman is like, people love her. Like she's another one that has a really good industry like I think the problem with the Tony Awards, which makes sense because this is the problem with anything that is anything decided based on feelings and personality and opinions, is that you're going to get nominations for people that just like people as opposed for things that like, and in some ways it helps, right? Like I think Eden Espinosa probably got pushed in there because she's liked, and I don't care. I'm like, great, I love Eden, and I'm happy that you all didn't even see Eden in Limpika and you still nominated her. I'm thrilled.
They're like, Marianne's great, so Eden's probably great.
Yeah, and here's the thing, like, and I think Eden's a generational talent, so I have no problem. But like, I think that's how these things work sometimes, is that people, will get nominated because they like them, and sometimes it works for you and sometimes it doesn't work for you. And that Roger Bart, for me, I'm like, they're like, we like Roger Bart, we think he's a great person,
Yeah.
he should be rewarded.
Wild.
At least that didn't get nominated.
Best musical though. Best musical.
But I'm not surprised. Like I had it in best musical. Like last
night.
As of last night, I made a new, because I was freaking out last night, and I was like, I'm feeling stressed. So I went through and I pulled the notebook out and I put Water for Elephants in, because I was like, I'm coming to terms with it. I'm not going to be sad tomorrow. And if it happens, I'll be surprised. And then it happened. And I'm not surprised.
Well, to talk about the drama desks a little bit, and what was announced yesterday, The Outsiders was the only Broadway musical that was put in the
Yeah.
And you know what?
category.
Agreed.
No, I 100% agree. A little confused by Lizard Boy being put in there, but
Lizard Boy was great.
Lizard Boy was fine.
Lizard Boy was fine.
But very happy about Connector and Teeth and Dead Outlaw and all those shows, which I think was, in my opinion, better than any of the shows that I've seen on Broadway musicals this year. Teeth, I think, is an incredible piece of theater that I personally liked more than any of the musicals that we've seen on Broadway this year. But just, that might be an indicator of The Outsiders as a front runner. The fact that they were the only one, I don't know, maybe.
Well, I also think like Suffs wasn't eligible for the drama desk.
Yeah, correct.
And so like you also have to think of what wasn't eligible. And Suffs is definitely, in my opinion, the other front runner. Days of Wine and Roses wasn't eligible.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that right now the category is definitely shaping up to be sus versus outsiders. Um, and I don't think that changes because of the drama desk.
I don't think it is either. I don't think I would count out Illinois though. I think there's a lot of love
agree.
brewed for Illinois.
I honestly wouldn't count
I
out
wouldn't-
Hell's Kitchen.
I know, me either. I did my Tony nomination predictions with Matt Tamanini, and I had given a lot of Hell's Kitchen love, and he was like, "You're crazy." And then today, he texted me, and he was like, "Well, you're not crazy." I talked to a lot of people. People love Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
love Hell's Kitchen.
And I feel like I would love Hell's Kitchen if the book wasn't Tony nominated bad.
The Tony nominated best book of a musical, Hell's Kitchen.
Look,
What is more-
New York was
What was it?
nominated, so-
What was more egregious to you? New York book or Hell's Kitchen book?
I don't even know because they're egregious in different ways. I'm gonna say Hell's Kitchen is more egregious, but
But I think Hell's Kitchen is the book is more ignorable, but not really. Like the songs make the book be like it's horrible, but the songs are good. Whereas New
Yes.
York, you were like, this feels really disjointed.
yeah, I agree. The songs overall in Hell's Kitchen are what make Hell's Kitchen. I mean, they have that pull quote of "I never wanted the songs to end," and a truer pull quote has never been.
Never. I also
Ever.
never wanted the songs to end.
The songs in Hell's Kitchen are incredible. These performers that all got nominated today are incredible. Like they are what make that show work. Which is why, to me, it feels like the book is more egregious because it's what is fully bringing down the show. Like everything else is great. The design is great. Like I'm not mad about a single Hell's Kitchen nomination except for best book. And honestly, direction, but that's okay. I'm also over Michael Greif as a director, but that could just be me.
But that might be Michael Greif as the same as we were talking about with like a Roger Bart. Like I've heard that he's a kind person. Mostly.
Sure. I mean, I would hope so. He directed 3 shows this season.
Yeah, this season, yeah, I would be exhausted to be Michael
I know,
Greif. I'm also shocked that of his 3 shows that was the one that he got the nod
I mean,
for.
it did get the best reviews, other than, I guess, Days of Wine and Roses.
Days of
was
Wine and
loved.
Roses. Yeah, I would have thought that would have been what he got the directing nod for.
I think they're all directed with the same problems. So that's my hot take.
Yeah, I think maybe we shouldn't let people direct more than one show in a season. I think maybe that might be too many shows in a season.
After we're talking about Kenny Leon directing every show.
Yeah, he directed like 17 billion.
You know who's
shows
also
this
booked and
season.
busy is friggin' Michael Arden with like all of regional theater right now. So, can we just talk about Kara Young
Oh, thank God.
being in only 3 shows
Yeah.
in her career on Broadway and nominated for every single one? Deserved. What a streak.
So incredibly deserved.
Like, I just want her to win her Tony before she disappears for like movies. Like, I'm like, no one steal her. Like, keep her.
Yeah.
Let us have her. Don't take her from me.
Everybody go see Table 17 when it inevitably gets a production.
Did you just see that photo today they posted?
I quote tweeted that photo
Oh,
today.
I missed it. That was so good. She was so good. Again, like, not that but like every time it's like Table 17, for people that don't know, they did like a reading of it in a tiny little theater in New York. And Kara Young, it looked like they had handed her the script, I don't know, 20 minutes before the show. And she gave one of the most insane beautiful acting performances, completely unbooked with the script in hand. Like, it was truly unbelievable. I was like, this woman is like the best actor on the planet.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that show. It's a new Doug Lyons play for anybody listening. Yeah, that's gonna be her 4th Tony nomination.
Yeah, and to go back, I mean, we'll talk about all of these more in depth when we do our or breakdowns.
Oh, you mean I gotta pick
but
winners now? we're not done. It's not just the nomination.
Done now. I'm retired.
I mean, I am retired. Hell's Kitchen got a book
whatever.
nomination, so I'm hanging up my hat.
But next week we're gonna talk about the production of a play, so the design and the direction of a play, which should be fairly easy because it's all gonna go to one show.
Facts.
Should be a pretty short episode. You can check us out at EGOT_podcast on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow Ashley and Kate on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and all the places. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. We are excited to finally have some of our questions answered about the nominations this season. It was incredibly difficult to pick our choices, but now we have less options, so it will be exciting. Catch us next week for our design and direction of a play episode, and we will be back then.